Another Parawing day. Here we go. It is nuking out there at the moment. It's a northwesterly wind around 20 to 25 knots. So there's definitely a lot of energy out there. And it's been blowing for a little while. So I'm assuming that the bumps will be good. I'm just getting a peek of the bay now, and yeah, there's some bumps. So today, if conditions remain, I'm going to be going on the 85 leaderboard for the first run. We might do short runs today, like a 5 or 10K, depending on the wind direction. It's meant to swing west. Excuse me. So it might be that we have to give it a break and then go again in the afternoon. But the plan is to go with a small board. And I'm going to try a high aspect wing today, the 860R from Code. And tail, it'll depend on the conditions, but I recently got a 120, which I've been loving. It absolutely opens up and it just increases the speed and glide of any foil you put it in. So we'll see. If it's not that strong and the bumps a little slow, I might still go with the 135. Also a high aspect tail, but regardless, it's looking like it's going to be a good day, a small bore day, which I haven't had in a while with the Parawing. Been going out a lot in 15 knots kind of thing, and when it's 15 knots, I'm still, you know, on the downwinder board, just so you can have a good session. There's nothing worse than having a flaky 15 knots and being on a small board with the Parawing. It's really wind dependent, the Parawing, for you to be able to use a small board. So I'm excited. I'm just getting another peek now, and yes, the bumps are on. So today, let's practice some stowing. Stowing for me has been a bit of a hit and miss. Not that it's particularly hard to stow, but it would be great for you to be able to stow it neatly enough for you to be able to unpack it and deploy it again without the Parawing being a mess. And that's not that easy. It's really challenging because as soon as you start jamming things into the belt, it gets really messy, and when you redeploy it, things are tangled and it's all over the shop. So we'll do some stowing. I'm gonna try to put the camera in a good angle so you guys can see the technique that I'm using to stow, and we'll go from there. Hopefully we'll get a few runs in today, so looking forward for a big day. Cool, so we did a first run. I ended up using the 1130S 135 tail. It was still building up and it's just changing to more of a westerly wind. So now we're doing a second run, which is going to be cool. We never get a chance to really do back-to-back tests. So we're going to be testing the 860R, which has the same wingspan as the 1130. Same setup, same tail, 135 tail, 80 mast on a medium fuse, 85 liter board, 7 meter Maliko. So we'll see how the second one goes. Mr. Chris Sal, you ready? Yeah. Let's go. Cool, so we got like a proper 22 to 25 knots now. And the new bridle configuration, you can see what happens when you depower. Can you see that collapsing of the wing? So that's what it does with this new configuration a little bit better. You can ride it with a little bit more depower. You see how I'm on the limit? Oh, there you go. So it does that a little bit better. It's still super overpowered in these conditions, but I'm just going downwind, so it's fine. Let's try to get up. See how I'm holding the Parawing right at the front of the bar, right? So I'm trying to keep that angle that it stalls at its limit. All right, so we got a 860R, so high aspect, 13 aspect ratio wing. Let's see how that goes. I felt like I was matching the bumps pretty well on the first run, but we'll see what this one gives us in terms of speed, in terms of glide, in terms of surfiness. Let's see how we go. And again, I'll try to stow as much as I can. I got no footage of stowing last time because I left the GoPro obviously in the van, so I'll see if I can get a footage of that. So let's send it. Got in a little late. I have to jump this one. Woo! All right, we're in. All right. So we got the whore under the shoulder, and I start shooting it in slowly, looking at the hole. Slowly. It's very easy to lose concentration here, so you just want to take your time. Okay, I'm stashing it. I'm gonna go on, get this next one. Yes. Here we go. Foot down. Let's go. All right, straight into it. Okay. Let's get into rhythm. Whew. Okay, I need you to stay on that on. Cool. Let's focus now. Definitely a different ride with the 860. Less forgiving, and much less forgiving on the bottom end with the 860. Cool. Nice, good save. Woo! Look, there's tons more speed with the 860. Tons. Hopefully I got it now. Still turns well. And I'm starting to roll it up now. Roll up the Parawing. Starting to stow. Stowing. We'll go down the line here. Focus. Stay on it. Beautiful. Trying to stay with this big one up and over. Nice. I don't have too much to go this run. Let's try to stow it once again. I'll try to get as much angle into the belt as I can.
are going in, and we're done. Woo! Let's go, hands free. Woo! It turns super well. Let's see how well this thing was stowed. Getting it out. That looks okay. That looks okay. Woo! That was not too bad. Couple of lines here. That's okay. Oh yeah. Still on there. That was really good. Just have the rear one here. Put that down. Get that around. Huh. Alright, how does this untangle? Here, yeah, okay, got it. Duh, stupid. Okay. Alright, I'll try one more stow before you get it to run. Here we go. Oh! Okay, here we go. Just make sure that you just want to make sure that you're on a good bump. See, I'm still trying to chase it. All right, I got in a good one now. So now is where I start trying to stow it. Cool. Nice, that felt good. And it is a feeling. See, I'm still trying to catch this bump before I get rid of the bar. So my attention and my focus is on this set over here, not on my bar. My bar is just underneath my shoulder at the moment. All right, peeled off. Okay, I think I'm stable now. Let's continue. Bars in. Oh, it's over. Woo, and we're good. Let's go. Really enjoying this 860. As you can see, it's like super short period, but it's doing its job, and it's not too hard to turn. I felt the 960 was super hard for me with my weight to turn it. This one feels good. I'm having to pump a lot though, because I'm a little fast. But hey, high aspect wing, super glidey. Super glidey. Let's see how this one works. Untangling the stow. Let's see. Looks a little rusty. Yeah. All good. That's a little twist there. That's fun. And again, this twist here. So in all, stowing it pretty well. For it to pick up like this and redeploy, not too badly tangled, that's good. Now in terms of the wing, the front wing, the foil, the 860 takes a little bit more energy to get up, and when you're trying to pump it up, it's not really a big porpoisey pump. It's little taps, gain that speed, get that speed, get that speed, and then it releases very, very progressively, and very controlled, which I like. So I'm enjoying the 860 so far. I'm sick as a dog, by the way. Very controlled. Alright. There's a good jump here that I want to get if I can. Good little set. Ooh, testing. Really tested the bottom end there, and wasn't too bad. Oh, here we go. Or under the arm. As soon as you get it out, this is a good position to be in. Have a look, bar underneath the arm, Parawing in your hand, and then you slowly move into starting to stow it. You want to wait for a good gust. Here we go. Good session there on the Parawing today. Really good practicing the stow, really good doing back-to-back comparisons with two wings that I'm trying to figure out which one would be better in different situations. Now with the stowing, there is still a bit to go, in my opinion. I saw a video just this morning of Greg stowing in the belt on a wave and taking it out of the belt, redeploying, no issues. So there's definitely something that I can improve on still. And every time I pack it properly and put it in the belt, I get better at it and there's less tangles. So to be honest, it's not like there's this big mystery about it. It's just repetition and practice like everything else. When you are packing, I think it's really important to leave all your lines inside the canopy, inside the canvas as much as possible. So once you
depower, you run the lines all the way through and you're touching the leading edge. Very important to run the lines all the way through. Don't just do it halfway, otherwise the wing will want to still engage. So you run that through and you're holding the, you know, your tip of your the lines on the leading edge, and your hand is over there. Tuck the bar under your belt, and then what you want to do is just make sure you could glance it at, you know, a little bit at a time, and just make sure that the lines, you can do a loop, you can do just one loop on the lines is enough. And then you want to grab the lines from the rear. Once you grab the lines from the back of the Parawing, you kind of contain them inside, which helps heaps with the tangling. So and then you try to pack it up as neatly as possible. I try to do like half and then half on each side, and by then it's pretty compact, and then you can just chuck it in. And I put the belt inside, so I put the bar inside the belt as well. I don't chuck it on those little loops. I find them a little bit fiddly to get in and out. If anything, I can put a GoPro pole or something in there. Haven't done that yet, but can easily be done. So when it comes to stowing, I think just bear in mind that just do it slowly. There's no reason why you need to be rushing this movement. And I think in the beginning I was kind of trying to do it very quickly, trying to get it stowed, and as soon as I dropped it I was like looking down. I'm like, just relax, depower, hold the wing, bar under your hand, under the arm, you know, do a little loop on the lines, and then you're holding it. You can either put the bar in that hand as well if you want to. You can surf a little bit. Once you find that you're in the flow of the swell, then it's time to start packing. And it's tricky because when you paddle up and you drop, right? And when you drop, you have probably 5 to 10 seconds where you're like, oh, okay, here we are, here we go, and then you get it, right? With the Parawing is very much like you're with a hand wing. And with the hand wing, we try to pick the biggest bump and we try to just like launch ourselves into it. So it's almost useful to brush away a little bit of your speed, you know, and try to match the conditions rather than just like towing into something super fast. Because as you know, if you come in fast or if you drop the face, it's very likely that you're going to pick up speed very quick, but you're going to drop speed very quick because you're going to find yourself on a ramp, an uphill ramp. Be it to either go up and over, or you know, cut back and peel back to the next one. So I find that the bumps that I got in well were the bumps that I was a little bit slower. And I was just minding the conditions a little bit more rather than just, you know, hoofing myself into it. Once you're in it and you feel like you're in the groove, start packing slowly. There's no rush. You know, once you're done, pack the Parawing. Once that's in, pack the bar, and you're good to go. So I'm going to continue to do this, and what I want to do is create a system for everything that I do that requires some level of, I'm not going to call it perfection, but some level of consistency. I like to create a system for it, because then I know that my system is, all right, great, loop, hand, chop, you know, like something like that. And I'll come up with it still. I haven't, because as you saw in the video, a lot of the times that I was back in the water and just checking out how my lines were, they were still tangled, and not tangled with a twist. They were tangled to the point where I had to actually go over with the lines, and if I'm redeploying that's not going to work well. So still a little bit of work to do on that one, but yeah, let me know what you guys want to cover next. I still have a bunch of stuff in my mind of what videos to do for parawinging, but if you have anything that you want to see, let me know. Otherwise, I'll catch you in the next session.